We are live. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our Good Game UK live stream this evening. I am your host, Joel Singleton. No, jokes aside, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Spontin, intro Spontin. Nice of you to join us. Thank you so much for jumping on. Jump inside games. Just gonna throw that one out there for anyone who wants to watch some really good content about the new and upcoming games, as well as seeing some reviews. Head on to Jump Inside Games. It's 100% worth it. It really is. So there we are. Awesome. I'm going to pray. And as usual, we're going to do the first section, which is Mark chapter 3. We're going to launch into the Bible and just see what God's going to be saying to us during this time. So yeah, God, thank you so much that we get to come together and just hang out on this platform. God, I pray that for anyone here with us and anyone who's going to be visiting, that they'd really be blessed by you and just your presence, and that as we engage with your word, we might be challenged and learn what it means to be followers of you. So Holy Spirit, please just show us new things about your word as we go through it, and just have a good time gaming as well this evening. Amen. Awesome. All right, people, let's jump into Mark chapter 3. I'll read it through. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. Usually I'll read it all the way through and then be like, have you got any questions? Have you got any thoughts? This time I'm going to try and take it like section by section. So we'll read the first section where it naturally splits. I might just do kind of just some thoughts around it, maybe some perhaps challenging, what challenges can we take away from it for ourselves, and how can we learn to live differently in light of the things that we're reading in the Bible. But equally, if you've got any questions, Spontin, if you've got questions, if you've got thoughts around this passage that we read out in Mark chapter 3 today, then throw them in there. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, and don't be shy to throw them in like later on if you kind of are mulling over this and thinking it over. So yeah, let's jump in. All right, Mark chapter 3. So verse 1, another time Jesus went into the synagogue, and a man with a shriveled hand was there. Some of them were looking for a reason to accuse Jesus, so they watched him closely to see if he'd heal him on the Sabbath. Jesus said to the man with the shriveled hand, "Stand up in front of everyone." And Jesus asked them, which is lawful on the Sabbath, to do good or to do evil, to save life or to kill? But they remained silent. He looked around at them in anger and, deeply distressed at their stubborn hearts, said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and his hand was completely restored. And then the Pharisees went out and began to plot with the Herodians how they might kill Jesus. Now, that alone, to me, is absolutely mental. The fact that they are so, like, hell-bent on trying to accuse Jesus, that they're wanting him to perform a miracle, not because they want to see a man's hand miraculously restored, but so that they can catch him out. Like, how just, I guess it just feels like they've got this blinkers on, that all that they can see is this one track. They are so set and driven to drive their own agenda forward. They're so set and driven to say, this is what I want, and I'm so desperate to see what I want happen, that regardless of the good things that are happening around me, regardless of a man miraculously finding healing, I'm gonna hope it happens so that I can accuse Jesus and plot to kill him. Now, that to me is just crazy. And I think I can look at that quite easily and go, yeah, I'd never do that. But I think the challenge is, as kind of what came to me as I was reading it, is they were looking closely to see if they could find a reason to accuse him. Like, their whole approach to Jesus had already been decided. They were closed off to him. They were closed off to what God might be doing. They were closed off to what God might be saying. And the challenge that I find out for myself, and perhaps you can find it for yourself as well, is at what point in our lives are we so set on kind of this certain perspective, this certain outlook, this certain view in life, that we're totally closed off to what God's doing? And is there a danger that we approach other people like that? We look at someone who might be different to us, who, has different qualities, different personality types, whatever it is, and we look at them, and almost that whole concept of judging a book by its cover, right? Kind of going, I've already made my mind up about who you are, so regardless of what good things happen, this is my view of you. And I think we often do it, probably unaware, some of us, all the time, where we're making these judgments and these decisions in our mind that mean we're totally shut off to what God might want to do in and through a person. We're shut off to what he might want to show us and teach us about ourselves. And I think that's the thing about like just having this open mindset, about kind of holding things with an open hand, and allowing God to show us new things in and through every situation, in and through every other person, where in this case, the Pharisees were just set on making sure that they could accuse Jesus so that they could kill him. They had their agenda, and it didn't matter what happened. We've got to make sure that our agenda is God's will, which means letting go of our own worldviews and our own desires and all that kind of stuff. And so it's a challenge. And maybe that's a challenge to you, but yeah, it's definitely a challenge to me. And it makes me think, where in my life am I living like that, where I'm totally set on that is this person is that type of person. And they're never going to change. It's never going to be any different. Or I'm so set on making sure my point gets through that I'm going to miss the point of what other people are saying. Yeah, I just think it's absolutely crazy, this whole scene. And then he's like, Jesus is like, yep, you know what? You're going to accuse me, but I'm still going to do the good thing. Spontan says it's like watching a magician and looking for the part where the trick happened, but you can't because it's healing. It's not magic. Exactly. They're like, oh, okay. They're trying to work out, is this a magic trick? But it can't be a magic trick. You don't have a withered hand and then the man stands up in front of everyone and all of a sudden the hand's not withered. And bearing in mind, this is like 2,000 years ago, right? And so they didn't have the technology. They didn't have anything that we have in this day and age that could possibly make someone go, oh, it's just a trick of the eye, or it's just psychological, or whatever it is. This is a recorded miracle of a man with a withered hand standing up in front of a big group of people, and he's healed on the Sabbath. Yeah, 100% spontan. All right, let's keep going. Verse 7. Jesus withdrew his disciples to the lake, and a large crowd from Galilee followed. When they heard about all he was doing, many people came to him from Judea, Jerusalem, Idumea, and the regions across the Jordan and around Tyre and Sidon. Because of the crowd, he told his disciples to have a small boat ready for him to keep the people from crowding him. For he had healed many, so that those with diseases were pushing forward to touch him. Whenever the impure spirits saw him, they fell down before him and cried out, "You're the Son of God." But he gave them strict orders not to tell others about him. Now, here's the thing for you. You might not know why. Why is he giving them strict orders not to tell others about him? Surely, if he's come with a mission to save the world, if he's come with a mission to save people and bring healing, he wants the word spread. But what we later find out is that actually Jesus came to fulfill God's mission for his life, which, yes, was to die on the cross for the people's sin, but it wasn't yet his time. And I think people weren't quite ready to hear that this man who is healing people is the Son of God, the long-awaited Messiah who was prophesied about like 400 years ago, even more than that. And then all of a sudden he's here, he's healing. He doesn't want people to know yet because actually his time hasn't come. He's got more healing to do. He's got more teaching to do. He's got so much more to do. And if he goes around and says, yep, I'm the Son of God, which is like basically the equivalent of saying, yes, I am God, then that's blasphemy, which essentially means that the Pharisees who are trying to accuse him and kill him have great grounds. And what we obviously find out later on is that that is what happens. Jesus reveals who he is to the people and agrees with the people. I am who you say I am. I am the Christ, the anointed one. But actually at this stage, he's like, I don't want that to happen because he needs to share his teachings more with people, make more disciples, heal more people, and have more encounters so that we get to enjoy what we get today, which is the Gospels, and hear about Jesus' teachings and learn about who he is. So that's why he gave strict orders not to tell others about him. Okay, let's jump into the next section. Jesus chooses the 12. Jesus went up on a mountainside and called to him those he wanted, and they came to him. He appointed 12, that they might be with him, and that he might send them out to preach, and to have authority to drive out demons. These are the 12 he appointed: Simon, to whom he gave the name Peter; James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John. To them he gave the name, I don't even know how to pronounce that, but Boanerges, which means sons of thunder; Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, James, Thomas, James, son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. And then Jesus entered a house, and again a crowd gathered. Actually, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Sons of Thunder, that's right, Spontan, Sons of Thunder. Spontan, if you know why they're called Sons of Thunder, I want you to put it in the chat. Let everybody else know. Why were they called Sons of Thunder? But let's just pause on this section for a second as Jesus is choosing people. The reason we're pausing is because it might be like the Spirit might have something to say to us. Just read it again. Jesus went up on a mountainside and called to him those he wanted, and they came to him. He appointed 12 that they might be with him, and that he might send them out to preach and to have authority to drive out demons. Now, I don't know if this is going to mention anything about a mountainside, but whenever you see the word like mountainside or mountain, it holds quite a lot of significance. There's a lot of imagery about mountains, and a lot of key locations are placed on mountains. Sometimes it's like a metaphorical thing that's in our way, like maybe you're struggling with something in life, and that's often referred to as a mountain. But other times it's like being elevated up to the heavens, because obviously back then the idea of the heavens was like a place up there, up in the sky, and so being on a mountain was being closer to heaven. So let's jump. Let me click this because this helps us give some perspective. So this is the NIV application study Bible, and it says around verse 13, what does it mean to hear the call of God? God calls you first to faith in Jesus, and you'll know this call by the growing desire in your heart to settle the matter of peace with God speedily. Respond to him, answer with a grateful, yes, Lord, I need you. And second, God calls you to service in Jesus' name. Wherever you are, and sometimes you need to move, whatever you're doing, and sometimes you need to upgrade your skills, God has a place of service for you. Jesus calls you and he wants you. Answer this call thoughtfully, seriously, and in consultation with other Christians, saying, yes, Lord, I love you and will follow you. And it'd be interesting to see what they say about him picking the 12 disciples. That's this section here. From the hundreds of people who followed him from place to place, Jesus chose 12 to be his apostles. Apostle means messenger or authorized representative. So why did he choose 12 disciples? Well, the number 12 corresponds to the 12 tribes of Israel, showing the continuity between the old religious system and the new one based on Jesus' message. Many people followed Jesus, but these 12 received the most intense training. And Jesus didn't choose these 12 to be his associates and companions because of their faith. Their faith often faltered, and that's something to highlight, right? We might look at the 12 disciples and think, yep, Jesus chose them because they were extra special. They weren't. Jesus chose 12 people who actually struggled greatly to follow him. And so if you're there thinking, well, I'm not good enough, I'm not perfect enough, I can't follow Jesus, I struggle in my day-to-day, you're just like the 12 disciples that Jesus said, I want you to follow me. And perhaps that is the invitation that you need to hear today, that Jesus is saying, I want you to follow me. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to mirror other believers, other followers of Jesus. I just want you to follow me and learn how to be my disciple, learn how to follow me, learn from me, is what Jesus would say. He didn't choose them because of their talent and giftedness. No one stood out with any unusual ability. The disciples represented a wide range of backgrounds and life experiences, but apparently they had no more leadership potential than people who were not chosen. The one characteristic they shared was their willingness to obey Jesus. After Jesus' ascension, which means after Jesus died, he rose again, he was with the disciples for 40 days, and then he went back to heaven. After Jesus' ascension, which is called the Ascension, they were filled with the Holy Spirit and empowered to carry out special roles in the growth of the early church. We should not disqualify ourselves from service to Christ because we don't have the expected credentials. Being a good disciple is simply a matter of following Jesus with a willing heart. And so perhaps that has been a struggle that you've had, that like, I can't follow Jesus, I'm not a good enough Christian. What makes you a follower of Jesus is an obedience to say, I'm going to learn to follow him. I'm not going to get it right all the time. I don't get it right all the time. There's no Christian who gets it right all the time. But it's the obedience to say, I'm going to learn to follow him. Hey, David. Good to have you with us. Thanks so much for joining. Woohoo. David is on. Awesome. Well, there you go. Now you know why 12, because it mirrors the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, let's continue. Then Jesus entered a house, and again a crowd gathered, so that he and his disciples were not even able to eat. When his family heard about this, they went to take charge of him. They said, he's out of his mind. They just thought he's crazy. And the teachers of the law who came down from Jerusalem said, yeah, he's crazy. He's possessed by Beelzebul. He's by the prince of demons. He's driving out demons. So hearing all this, obviously understanding what's happened, he's got his family telling people that he's crazy. And then he's got these Pharisees, these like crazy religious people saying that he's actually possessed by a demon. He calls them over to him and he began to speak to them in parables, which is like a story. How can Satan drive out Satan? And where he says that and what he means by that is that he's been casting out demons who are servants of Satan, basically. And so he's, how can Satan drive out Satan? If a kingdom is divided against itself, that kingdom can't stand. If a house is divided against itself, that house can't stand. And what he means by that is if a family, a unit is divided against itself, it's going to crumble, it's going to fall. But when it comes together and there's unity, then it works well. David said, why do you think Jesus hung out with lots of people labeled outcasts / crazy? Well, good question, David. In fact, actually in our last live stream when we looked at Mark chapter 2, one of the things that Jesus says in that is that I have not come for those who are healthy, but for the sick. In fact, let me just jump back because we're on it now. He says, it is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners. And so I think Jesus often hung out with outcasts and the people who were crazy because they were the people, they were labeled that way because they were different. Maybe, I don't know why they were different. I don't know what was going on, but it's those people who needed Jesus. It's those people who were sick, who actually needed the help. And the people who had it together, who were very religious and well put together, it was just an air. It was just a front to hide what's actually going on inside. And I think the people who were the outcasts were the people who were just being real, but they were shunned because of the low position. And Jesus came for those people. He came to serve them and elevate them and love them and bring justice for them. And I think that's one of the incredible things about who Jesus is. That, yeah, it's just phenomenal. Yes, I can post. I definitely need Jesus then. Don't we all? Genuinely, don't we all? Can I post the link to the last live stream? I think I can. You're asking me a question. How do I do this? Let me have a think. I can post the link to the live stream. I just got to work out how to do it. Let me do it when we switch between the kind of Bible study part and the gaming part, and I'll pop it in the chat there for you. But yeah, let's just finish this section because I know I usually say like it's 15 minutes, but it's going on a bit longer. But yeah, basically, he says, if a house is divided against itself, the house can't stand, a family can't stand. And if Satan opposes himself and is divided, he can't stand. His end has come. In fact, no one can enter a strong man's house without first tying him up. Then he can plunder the strong man's house. And truly I tell you, people can be forgiven all their sins and every slander they utter, but whoever blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will never be forgiven. They're guilty of an eternal sin. And he said this because they were saying he has an impure spirit. And so what is the eternal sin? What we learn from this is that actually it's saying that the Holy Spirit, God's presence, God's Spirit that's healing people and bringing miracles and doing good things and helping humanity to thrive and flourish. When someone says of that spirit that it's of the devil and it's a demon and it's evil at the heart, like that's blasphemy. That is an unforgivable sin to say something like that because God's Spirit is so holy and pure. But they were saying of him that he had an impure spirit. All right, last section. Then Jesus' mother and brothers arrived. Standing outside, they sent someone in to call him. A crowd was sitting around him and they told him, your mother and brothers are outside looking for you. You know, the people that just said that you were crazy. And Jesus' response, who are my mothers and my brothers? He asked. And I guarantee there's like, some people are like, they're there. And others are like, what's he on about? And then he looked at those seated in a circle around him and he says, here are my mother and my brothers. Whoever does God's will is my brother and sister and mother. What's he saying? Whoever is part of me in obeying God, and we've learned that simply obeying God is what it takes to be a disciple, to say, I will follow Jesus. That's when you become family. And so I don't know your family background. I don't know whether it's a great family, it's a struggling family. but actually there is a family that you can be adopted into when you follow Jesus and choose to obey him. And here he says you'll be mothers, brothers, sisters, you'll be family to Jesus, family together, because that's what God has come to do, to reunite this family in under the banner of Jesus, in through Jesus Christ. And whoever does God's will, whoever obeys him, is my brother, my sister, my mother. We are a family together. Awesome. All right, I'm going to pray. And then we'll jump into some games. Feel free, anyone wants to join, then I will jump onto, I know I said Valorant, but David, let me know if you're wanting to join, in which case we'll do Fortnite, which is not a problem, and we can jump on through Discord. If anybody else wants to join, throw a comment in the chat. I'd love to see if you're on. We can jump onto an in-game Teams, but David, let me know what you're wanting to do. I can either jump on Valorant if you're not jumping on, but if you are, then let's do some Fortnite. Let me pray. Father, thank you for your word. Thank you so much that we can get as much as we've already got out of Mark chapter 3, and there'd be so much more for us to glean from this incredible scripture, from your incredible word, your words to us. Lord, help us to be changed and transformed by who you are. Help us to honor you, to glorify you. Lord, to lift off expectations of ourselves to be this perfect Christian, but to simply say, I'm going to do my best just to obey God, to follow Jesus. And thank you that we become your family. We become part of this incredible worldwide family of people who follow this guy called Jesus, who healed people, who loved people, who ultimately gave his life for people, for us. So, Father, we thank you for that privilege and that honor. Help us to be a people this evening as we just game and enjoy one another's company, God, and to do it in a way that honors you, to glorify you, that doesn't have any pride there, Lord, that we are humble, because we don't just switch off being a Christian when we game, Lord. You call us to do all that we do to your glory. So, yeah, God, we just invite you by your presence to just be a part of us this evening and fill us with joy. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, friends, I'll be right back. I'm going to probably get... Yeah, love the study, only watching today. Not a problem, David. That is totally fine. I will be right back. I'll get Valorant set up, and yeah, let's just have some fun. Cool, cool. We are back. Back at it again. I just hopefully need Valorant to... Actually, I don't know what... Hang on a second. It's not currently maximizing, but I'm pretty sure the video quality is full screen, which it is. Which means, oh, but there we go. It's working now. Happy days. All right. So the other thing that we're going to do, that we have done, as many of you know, Spontin, David, you were there last week with us, is we got some facts. Now, the first week we did this, we had bare facts, which is just hilarious. Last week it was Robot Wars facts. And this week, in honor of the new Star Wars game and the fact that I just love Star Wars in general, we're going to have some Star Wars facts. So I need to tell you, obviously, how many we've got. We have got, so look, 1, 2, 21 Star Wars facts with a little bit of an explanation this time. So, you know, hopefully you'll enjoy that. So I want you to throw out some comments in the chat about these Star Wars facts. And from 1 to 21, you throw a number out, I'll read the fact, and we'll get educated on Star Wars, even more educated than we are
Match found.
All right, chap. We are going to do a TDM, which if you play Valorant, if you are Valorant fans, I happen to be quite a fan of Valorant. They've added in TDM, which I love. It's can I say Spontan, can I say the way you positioned your mic looks like a giant lavalier mic. Also, may the force be with you, and may the force be with you too. Yeah, it does look like a giant lavalier mic. It is actually. It is. It's a giant lavalier mic. It's a struggle. I've got to keep good posture to keep the weight up. It's a very heavy mic. But yes, attached to my jumper. Spontan, you know, when are you going to do some live stream stuff? I feel like you have so many great videos on your channel, which, shout out to Spontan. Go and check out Jump Inside Games. Very good channel. But I feel like we need a live stream from Jump Inside Games. Maybe like a little discussion. Maybe throwing it out there, we could do a little collab. It could be Good Game UK, Jump Inside Games. We could do something together. I think that would be good fun. I think it would. We should do that. All right. I always find the loading screen times in this quite hilarious. Someone once said, and I'll never forget it, who is on the McDonald's Wi-Fi? And that really cracked me up. It was like a loading screen like this. It took ages for us to get in, which usually it's dependent on someone's Wi-Fi connection, I think. And they were like, who's on the McDonald's Wi-Fi? I loved it. It was such a great comment. Spontan said, good jump UK. I feel like if we were going to call it Good Jump UK, people are going to expect some kind of like athletic stream where we teach people how to jump well. You know, like bend both knees when you land, don't land with straight legs. Maybe that's what we should do. We should teach people how to do good jumping in the UK. What else could we include? Hurdles? Maybe it's a parkour channel. Maybe it's a parkour channel. That is exactly what it needs to be. Trampoline VR. Yes, I love that. Trampoline VR. That is what it needs to be. Wayo. I like that idea.
Reloading.
Oh, we need to do that. Shock dart. Oh, hello. Lovely stuff. What else would be in trampoline VR, do you reckon? There is a trampoline park actually. There's one in Birmingham. I think it's called Rush.
Scanning ahead. There they are.
Come on. Peek for me. He peeked. Oh, go on. Ah, Jet. Did you take that? Did Jet take that? There's definitely someone up there. Come on.
Healing. Reloading. Here.
These guys are getting demolished.
Silence.
Beautiful. Oh my word, I think they just saved my life then. Come on. Oh, that was a blind shot.
Take 10.
Oh dear. All right, chat. I want to hear a number between 1 and 21. Give me a number between 1 and 21. We need some of them Star Wars facts. Swing. Shot. Hello.
Revealing area.
For you.
You ready? He's going to swing out of there.
Cutting their
I need to make sure my crosshair is level with the head. Oh, she's just... Okay, she's put a wall there. I'm going to put...
Shot done.
Beautiful. Oh, my word.
You're done.
Stop it. May the 4 be with you if you catch my... I catch your drift, Spontin. I catch your drift. Alright. Number 4. Ooh, number 4's a very good one. Are we ready? Number 4. Jar Jar Binks is responsible for the destruction of the Jedi. There's a whole list of reasons as to why he's the most disliked character in the Star Wars universe, but there's one that's forgotten by many. The fact that he directly handed Palpatine the means to execute Order 66. Jar Jar Binks gave a passionate speech to the Galactic Senate and persuaded them to vote in favor of giving the Chancellor emergency powers. That gave Palpatine the power to overthrow the Senate and almost wipe out every living Jedi with one move. Great work, Jar Jar. It's so true. It really is so true. I actually cannot believe...
Scanning ahead.
It's a shame because I actually quite like Jar Jar Binks. Like, I know others don't like him. But yeah, I actually quite like him. Oh dear, that was terrible aim. Okay, so let me drone out. That was also terrible. Alright, chat, favorite Star Wars film. We're going to do favorite Star Wars film, and then we're going to do favorite Star Wars movie. Funnily enough, I actually had a conversation recently today about this. Was it today? Yesterday. Someone was asking me what my favorite films are, and Star Wars is 100% up there. My aim is shocking right now. Oh my word. I play Rose. New Hope. Spontin's favorite one is New Hope. New Hope is a very good one. I feel like I'm inclined to agree with you on that, you know.
Let's play.
See, my issue is not knowing, like, I feel like if I were to watch the film, it's gonna sound stupid, but I could tell you what it is. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I don't really know films that well by their name.
Revealing area. There they are.
Now, I do happen to know that I like... Ooh. Yeah, New Hope is definitely a good one.
Defeated.
Headshot.
Come on. Swing. Come on. Swing. Swing, swing, swing. I did get that shot, but apparently didn't do much for me. What do we think to the new Star Wars films, like the latest ones? I don't even remember all the Star Wars names. That is the issue. I'm a fan of Star Wars. I'm just not great with names.
Found them.
Come on.
Quiet now. My ult is ready.
Is there anything with this gun? If you do play this game, the Phantoms doesn't have that like first accuracy headshot. That's not what I meant. It means sometimes it doesn't get the headshot, even if you get the headshot. If that makes sense. Doesn't make sense. Come on, gotta hit someone. Nope, didn't hit anyone. Alright, let's have a look. What other facts have we got? What other Star Wars films? You go Star Wars films in order. New Hope is definitely up there with just being the best. I'll tell you what I do know. I do know Star Wars series. So chat, give me some Star Wars series that you've watched. I mean, one of my favorites has to be Mandalorian. It is very, very good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And I feel like Andor is good, but it's quite hit and miss with some people. It's definitely not as good as Mando. But yeah, I do like Andor.
Wherever they run, I will find
The Clone Wars. Yes, the Clone Wars is very good. I don't know if I've seen the whole of the Clone Wars. That's the cartoon one, right? Is Clone Wars the cartoony one? Is that what I'm thinking of? No. It is the cartoon one, actually, isn't it? But what I'm thinking of is, oh, what is it called? What is it called? What is it called? What is it called? Bad Batch. I'm pretty sure what I was thinking of is Bad Batch. Which is equally very good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I think most Star Wars series are actually quite on it. There's not any that I've watched that I'm like, oh, that was terrible. There's a new one coming out soon in August. Can we remember the name of it? I can't. What's the name? Star Wars series in August. What was it called? Ahsoka? Is it Ahsoka? She was in Mandalorian. That was very good. Yeah, I really enjoyed most Star Wars films and Star Wars series. I tell you what I didn't enjoy, but it was because it was so different at the start, was like Rogue One and like the newest Star Wars films. And I think because it just felt so different to the original Star Wars films. Obviously, graphically, it was like way better, but it just felt not as... What's the word? I don't know, like not as... I mean, it's going to sound bad, but not as dark. It didn't feel like it had the depth, as much depth to it when I first watched it. But after that, I rewatched it then, like a while after, and actually, to be fair, I really enjoyed it.
Scanning ahead.
What? Am I shooting sweet corn? Fact 5, because 2005 was when the last movie came out. Alright, fact 5. E.T. is in Star Wars. Okay, so not the original E.T. exactly, but his alien species are present within Star Wars. The Ahsogians were represented in the Galactic Senate, and their first appearance can be seen in The Phantom Menace. That's really cool. That is very cool.
Scanning ahead.
Oh no. Did you know that, Spontan? Yeah, that's really quite cool. I knew someone was to the right of me then.
Take flight.
Send out my cheeky drone.
Reloading.
Taken out.
What's she doing?
Three gone.
Cutting their vision.
Revealing area. Found them.
What? Oh, great question. Favorite Jedi lightsaber? That's a fantastic question. Like, color. Probably Mace Windu's, just because I love purple. Like, I get it's not like the classic colors, blue, green, red. I mean, red is quite nice, to be fair. I feel like if red wasn't like the enemy's color, I'd probably enjoy red a little bit more.
Shot down.
But, yeah, definitely purple. I'm just a huge fan of the purple color. What's yours?
Revealing area. Not ready yet. No more. Neutralize. Three gone.
Can't believe I missed all those.
Now four. Die.
Man. Yeah, Sponson, I want to hear your favorite lightsaber color. Ow.
Shot down. Joke's over. You're dead.
Joke's over.
There they are.
Since when did I switch to the
Four dead. My
Phantom?
My ult is ready.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Blocking sight.
Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. That was a waste. Blue favorite color crystal lightsaber. Have you played the Jedi game where you like change your you can change the handles? It was the Jedi Fallen Order. That was really good.
Revealing area.
What I really liked is it's the actor who is the actor from have you ever seen I'm gonna kill this guy. Have you ever seen Look at me trying to concentrate. It's a DC series. Oh, what's it called now? It's the name of the location. The bad location in the Batman films. Gotham, that's what it's called. Flip me, if I can remember that. Yeah, have you seen the Gotham series? Because the guy who plays, like, the Joker in that is, interestingly, I'm pretty sure, is the guy who acts out
Revealing area.
the main character in Jedi Fallen Order. Notice how I can't multitask? Like, I cannot play this game and talk at the same time.
Shot down.
Cutting through. Charge your ults. My ult's ready.
On top.
Feeling sight.
Oh. Yeah, Mark Hamill. Yes. I think that's partly why I really enjoyed the game. Oh, I thought I had that headshot then. No, that's fine, but I know who you're on about.
My ult's ready.
Scanning ahead.
Reloading. Blocking sight. Blocking sight.
All right, I think we're ready to jump into an actual game. For your entertainment purposes. Please fasten your seatbelts, sit back, and relax. Yeah, all right. Favorite good Star Wars
Match found.
hero? Definitely not Luke for me. He actually really just frustrates me. Both me and my wife Sarah get really frustrated by Luke. Don't know why, but we just do.
Wherever they run, find them.
Who else? Who else? I mean, you can't go wrong with Obi-Wan Kenobi. But yeah. Who is my favorite? Jar Jar Binks is the best. Jar Jar Binks is the best. Jar Jar Binks. Usa ayusa. Misa Jar Jar Binks. That's my best Jar Jar Binks accent interpretation. Jar Jar Binks is pretty phenomenal, to be fair. I mean, Yoda. Can't go wrong with Yoda. Best villain. Best Star Wars villain. For me, is it Count Dooku? The like, badass robot? Pretty sure it is. I'm getting that right. Count Dooku. No, not Count Dooku. Who's the badass Star Wars robot? General Grievous. He is. Like, he didn't really make... what's the word? Like, I feel like they could have done way more with him than they did. Because General Grievous was scary. Like, that one scene where they're fighting and he brings out 4 lightsabers. I'm like, come on. He could have been in a few films and, like, really survived, really done a lot of damage.
Hey, the gang's all here. This
But
is great. They don't stand a chance.
obviously, we have our usual Darth Vader. In fact, maybe the only time that I really enjoy Luke Skywalker is when he's actually Darth Vader. We've got Sagiri, Zaja, Steve, and Jacob on our team. Who have we got? So we've got Jet, Sage, Venom. Venom? Viper. Venom is a different villain altogether.
Scanning ahead.
Allow me to tell you where they are. Alright, knowing that. Good to know. Rotating.
Rotating.
Good. Start.
Hulk out.
Great.
Kill their own.
That was awful aim on my part.
That's great. One enemy remaining.
Terrible, terrible aim.
Here.
Stay on their trail.
What I've found with doing unrated and comp is that comp seems easier because I'm ranked in comp. So I'm like plat 1 in comp somehow. And that feels easier because that's kind of my level. What I find in unrated is you've got such a mix of people, like people who are kind of really low ranks and then people who are much like higher. You ready for this little cheeky bounce? Where the heck did that just go? Epic.
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
On the ramp.
Guide us, Sky.
Guide us, Sky. The sky, guide us. Can they fall by? Yeah. Yeah, they can. They can fall by.
I got you here.
Revealing air right here.
Crap.
Deploying drone.
Time to hunt.
I'm stuck.
Spike planted.
I don't know what just happened then. Caught in a trap.
Hawk out. Blinded. One enemy remaining.
Oh, go on. That was filthy.
Thank you.
Looks like I'm getting carried.
Reloading. This is why we are a team.
Alright, flag on mid. I was watching someone play Sova earlier, and they used the drone a lot more than I do, which kind of made sense. Oh, are you now going mid? Who's going mid? Where are you going? So I'm going to try and get a little bit better at using the drone.
Deploying drone.
Get out of my way.
Yeah, like mid's clear. Oh, I've got an idea.
Revealing area.
Is that going to work?
There they are.
Yes! That worked so well. That was epic.
Seek them out. Spike down B. Hawk out.
Let me.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, it's Sage, man. Look at her. 8 and 0.
Just, you know, from the front.
It's a bit bonkers, isn't it? That's a bit bonkers, that is. Alright, I'm just going to do that mid play again. Well, that was the quickest
Defenders win.
win I think I've ever done.
It's not our day to die.
Look at me. I didn't come last. That's always a positive. Alright, I'm going to throw a Star Wars fact out there. I want to... Star Wars fact number 18. Number 18. Harrison Ford's casting as Han Solo was a happy accident. Ford was originally brought in to feed the lines to other actors, including a young Kurt Russell, as they auditioned for the role, but Ford's delivery convinced Lucas he was the man for the job. Flippin' heck. Didn't know that. That's amazing. He landed that well. Because think just how many films he was in and him getting his own film, Han Solo. Which is a really good Star Wars film, I'd say. Really, really good. I enjoyed that.
Match found.
Match found. Lotus. I don't know who I want to play. What agent? I do like Sova. I feel like not many people just get... Like, people just don't tend to get annoyed at Sova.
Wherever they run, I will find
You know? As long as you use your arrows and darts and your drones to give intel. People just don't tend to get too annoyed at him, which is nice. And it also means I can just focus on my aim, which isn't the best. Who do I want to unlock next? I'm on my way to unlocking... Actually, I'm on my way to unlocking Deadlock. But next I want to get Breach because he seems really cool. Lots of people use him and his flash, his abilities are just very cool. He's very much an entry agent. I went through a phase of loving Chamber. I feel like if I could master Cypher, I probably would. Guys, spot the person who's been playing this for a long time. Okay.
Sova, you listen to the weirdest music. Lots of dunce, 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 dunce. How do you dance to it?
Yes.
I love the little quips that they've got in this. Dunce, dunce, dunce.
Yes.
There.
Watching here.
There.
Watching here.
I'm going to do a little cheeky double bounce to see if I can get it through.
Satchel out.
Reloading.
Satchel out.
Revealing area.
Water rising.
Reloading.
Reloading. Reloading.
Light planted.
Oh,
One enemy
totally took my
remaining.
kill.
Right there.
Grenade.
Got my arrow in a second.
Not ready yet. Scanning ahead.
Reloading.
Walls up.
Reloading.
That was a good shot. Boom. Oh, damn.
Excellent, my friends. Excellent.
Poor fella.
There.
Where are we going? We're going through
Done.
mid.
Take out their healer.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Take flight.
Careful.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
Sage, can I get a heal, please?
Light planted. Healing.
44 on Deadlock.
Last player standing.
Oh, that's certainly something I would do. That was amazing. Just freak out when you see two people.
One enemy remaining. Thrifty.
Thrifty. Neat little tip with a bomb. If you defuse it before you see the outer ring, you'll always defuse it. Oh man, that was like an eco round, man. Forcing. I don't know what that means. Just gonna follow the pattern of said friends here.
Push through any doubt.
Push through any doubt. Yes. You reckon I can do like 2 cheeky bounces with this?
Area.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Reloading.
Rotating.
Reloading.
Swing around to B.
Reloading.
Uh-oh.
Wall raised.
Blocking fire.
Barrier deployed.
Scanning ahead.
Last player standing.
Ultimate ready. Let's turn the die. Kill confirmed.
Let's try. I'm doing that whole thing where I'm like, when I'm in a deathmatch or a TDM, I'll like stop, line up my shot, shoot.
Listen
In
for
this,
the
I'm
wind.
like,
It will
someone's
tell
there,
you
shoot
where
them.
their jet is.
I think the risk of death is much higher.
Forward.
Revealing area. There they are. Take flight.
Target hit.
Enemy mark.
Grenade. Got him. Satchel out. I dropped the spike.
I have the spike.
Get out of here. My ult's ready.
Spike planted.
Wall raised.
One enemy remaining.
Kill. My ultimate is
Scanning
ready.
ahead.
Last player standing.
Cheers. Let's go,
Watch
boys.
their movement. Study their patterns. Exploit whatever you can.
It's always so good feeling to win a round for a team. Yeah,
Thanks.
sure thing. No worries. Yep.
There.
Yes.
Get out of my way.
Revealing area.
My territory.
Deploying drone.
My fruit. I have enemy down. Reloading.
Oh, what? Through the smoke?
Running them.
Harbor Man is a weird agent.
Blocking fire.
All it
Last
takes to
player
break that.
standing.
I was really hoping that the teammates were going to keep shooting. Maybe I could have used comms, I guess. Perhaps that's one thing I need to get better at. Why I shouldn't play solo.
Super easy to pick off.
Because my comms are terrible.
Can someone spot me?
Bye.
Over there. Satchel out. Pull them to their grave. Multiple enemies aim. Nothing there.
Deploying drone. Taken out.
Reloading. Watch over. Boy. Where was enemy spotted? A.
Oh, lit, man. Double kill.
Last player standing.
Yeesh.
I know what must be done.
Do you know what? Yeah, well played.
With me.
Revealing area.
Spike dropped. Target
You go and pick up the spike.
I have the spike.
You're going to go and pick up the spike.
Spike dropped.
I have the spike.
Sensor destroyed.
Okay.
Revealing area. There they are.
Barrier deployed.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Any angle. It is done.
That was cool.
We're here because we're the best. Don't any of you forget that.
Someone at work that sounds like that. Especially when they're passionate. When they're like really on fire and trying to like share something with the group. they sound like that. That's funny. Alright, come on, Harvey.
Scanning ahead. Reloading.
Enemy down.
Where did they go?
Right here.
One enemy remaining.
Neutralized.
Spike planted. My ult ready.
Scanning ahead. Found them. No more to oppose us.
Woohoo! Doing a little bit better now.
They're the best until we
Aim's
prove
not
them wrong.
really great, but 8 and 4. Second. Good luck, have fun. Just keep playing for picks. Seems to be working.
Bring your best.
All right, chat. I want to see another The Star Wars member.
Revealing area.
How beautiful is that?
Take flight.
I'm sorry.
Spike carrier is dead.
Oh, pants.
Spike down A.
Shock dart. Gone.
Okay, ultimate ready. Pull them to their grave. Nothing there.
I have the spike. Scanning ahead.
Barrier deployed. No escape.
Spike planted.
One enemy remaining.
Sensor down.
Careful. No more hunting.
Nice, well played. Barrier.
There's no need for the enemy
Oh,
to
love it.
suffer. Kill them fast.
You said something a bit earlier. Lol, you're so gut. Yogurt. You're so yogurt.
No heroics. Follow protocol.
Da.
Over there. Get out of my way.
Revealing.
Last player.
Oh, no way.
Spike down C.
That was a really quick headshot. That's a really nice skin on that gun. That's really nice. Look at that. I like that a lot. Ooh.
Grenade.
Oh no, no! Nice try.
Stay taut as a bowstring. The fight demands it.
Wow, we've still got a good amount of cred. 5-5. I honestly thought we were gonna like lose this instantly because their jet's really good. But then our raise is pretty decent too. Flavor picks.
Going A.
Might as well just go with the team actually.
Scanning ahead. Take flight.
3.
Rotating.
I have the spike.
Spike down C. Last player standing. Last round in the half.
Spend wisely or spend foolishly. Just spend. Can I get
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Thanks.
The only thing I find with like doing a site mid-site is that
Satchel out.
I have the spike.
we are like pushing right in. Okay.
Scanning ahead.
Reloading. My ultimate is ready. Blocking movement. Barrier created.
Spike planted. Deploying drone.
Go get him. No surprises.
Oh no, guys, what's that team doing? Oh dear, I really thought they were covering. Sad. I would say very sad.
Switching sides.
None of my stuff has malfunctioned yet.
Can we celebrate that?
In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Spirit. Alright, people. Come on, chat. We're gonna win. This is the one and only. You ready for this little bounce?
Revealing area.
That was beautiful.
Multiple enemies
I'm gonna rotate.
A. Many enemies A.
I'm gonna get around the back of them.
Spike down A. Last player standing. Spike planted.
Revealing area.
Combat is a means to an end. And we are the means.
See, what do you do in this situation now? Drone? Or ghost again? Alright, sure thing.
Yes.
It's not over.
Scanning ahead. Deploying drone. Right here.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
Mate, I want that gun.
Reloading. Grenade. Reloading.
Revealing area.
Last player standing.
Defeated.
Terrible. Again, panic. Every time, man. Just panic.
Their death demands our attention.
Probably could have done that had I not panicked with those shots. In my head, I'm like, I just need to keep spraying, just need to keep shooting. But I think if I stop, line up the shot, shoot, that will help.
Grenade.
Revealing area. Right here.
Multiple enemies.
Down.
Gotcha.
Oh, no.
Barrier deployed.
I'll be back in a second, friends. Be back in a second. Let's turn off my camera, but you can still watch.
Spike planted. player standing. One enemy remaining.
Throwing net.
Act on my intel. Don't give them time to reposition.
I'm back, people. Hello. Hello, jump inside. I'm back. What are we doing?
Together.
What are we buying? That's not what I want to buy. There it is. I'm doing it. It's happening.
Scanning ahead.
Careful.
Hello. Yeah, they got an A. Oh, he's full on committing to that push.
My territory, my rules. I have
No! No! I'm caught.
reloading. Enemy spotted A.
The Sage not realise she could shoot that.
Last player standing.
Jump inside games. You're just in time, my friend. Because I was actually going to end the stream a little bit early tonight, but you've jumped back on.
Spike planted.
It was a good kill, but damn, that was well designed. Elephant mask. So true. That was a well designed elephant mask. We're losing quite badly, although I'm top fragging. How that happened, I don't know, but it happened.
No one beats my firepower.
Never
That's what
surrender.
it is.
Because you can always learn, even if you're losing. Right, I should go on to C. On up. Sage is going to C. Then I'll stay.
Let's flush them out.
Yeah, alright, I'll stay here.
Get out of my way.
Scanning ahead.
Multiple targets, eh?
Listen up.
Sensor tripped. Target spotted.
Take flight.
Spike planted.
Right.
Last player standing.
He just literally pops around the corner. Boom, dead. Alright, next round and they win.
Match point.
Probably a good thing.
Occupational hazards aside, I do love how much
We travel.
I think they're going to come see this time.
Let's make some chaos.
Revealing area.
Nothing on C.
Sensor drift. One less.
Nice. What? How did Jet get there?
Jet's grounded.
Nice.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Attackers win.
GG, friends. GG. Fact 10. Alright. Fact 10. Fact 10 is... It took 3 hours to film the first opening crawl. One of the most recognizable movie introductions in history would take no time at all to mock up with today's technology, but back in 1977, when making A New Hope, the effect was created by using 2-foot wide yellow letters over a 6-foot black paper background. A camera was then used to make a slow sweeping pass overhead, and the result gave us the crawl we've come to expect in all the movies. What is the crawl? Oh, like the where the text goes up. Jump inside, you should know that. You do camera stuff. Wow. Oh, I'm so close to unlocking. Deadlock. Gotta play one more.
Match found.
Alright, I think I'm gonna play someone different this time. I'm not gonna play Sova. Who should I play? Should we try Cypher? People don't expect Cypher to be very good, so I'm gonna play Cypher. I need to remember what I've got. So, Trap Wire, I know that. Cyber Cage. Activates greater zone that blocks vision, plays an audio cue when enemies pass through it. And then my camera. Okay. Yes, that's easy to make today, but back then, everything had to be proper ideas and inventing ideas. That's why Star Wars so liked. Last week was Robot Wars. Yeah, that's so true. I mean, Star Wars in general is just a really cool concept of a film series, in my opinion. I like Cypher's little, I'd love to learn to do that. I can do it one way, I can't do it the other way. But I feel you need... I try and do it with my wedding ring. That's probably why, it's a bit too small. Okay. Let's do this.
Oh, curious Rift Walker. When you travel, can you feel the pieces you leave behind?
We get 2 cyber cages.
Here. Here.
Yes, this should do.
That's not what I meant to do. Can I pick it up?
Here.
I can, thank goodness.
Here.
That goes there.
Here.
Can I get it on that wall?
This goes here. Oh, this is a nice spot. That goes there.
Enemy spotted lead.
Cage trigger.
Enemy B. I'll find you.
How do I use it? Oh, like that.
Careful here. Got it. Be faster. Bring them down.
Last player standing.
Allah.
Spike planted.
Who's your favorite movie bad guy? The best bad guys in
Keep those
movies are the ones who generally think they're helping everyone. That's so true. Best bad guy in a movie. Probably the Joker, you know. I know he doesn't think he's helping everyone. I'm very aware of that. But Joker is honestly just phenomenal. I really like Joker. Who's yours? I don't know how to play this agent.
Here. There.
Cage triggered.
Ow! Well, that's wide. Flip.
Cage triggered. Tagged.
Careful here.
Stay down.
Reloading.
Spike down mid.
Careful here.
Whoa! Good shot.
One enemy remaining.
Cutting through.
Careful here. Last player standing. 30 seconds left.
Gun here. Fake teleport.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Get yourself together. You can't fall apart now.
I feel like the trap wires are going to be best. I just don't know where to place them.
Here.
Place it on a barrel.
Get them out of here. There. Here.
This goes here.
Mark 2.
Enemy spotted.
Cool. Now he thinks I'm going to come round, which is good.
Enemy spotted mid.
Done on 2. Enemy spotted A. Eyes down.
Spike planted.
Going out.
That's annoying.
Enemy spotted A.
My eyes are down.
One enemy remaining.
Down.
Ult ready.
Woohoo!
Spike the fuel.
Take that. Not me best.
Try the same old trick.
It worked. I'd love to find some cool places for like tripwires. I just like there. That could be quite cool.
Wow, this is a nice spot.
Ah, that's really cool.
That cipher is a dead man. Here.
Nothing on B yet.
There.
I've got your trail.
Many enemies, eh?
I know exactly where you are.
Right.
Spike down A.
Eagle eye. My ultimate's in a corpse. Where is everyone hiding?
What's this?
Joke's over!
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Let's go. Well happy with that.
Now remember, wipe the prints from your guns. It's just good.
Sandman from the Spider-Man. Yeah, he's a good one. Some people might say he's not so much as a bad guy. So I'd say Thanos. Yes. Oh, wouldn't I think of Thanos? That guy's a beast. Yeah, very good one. Very, very good. Can I get that up there again? That was not that high before. How do I...
I will find you.
Is it that high?
Yes.
Maybe it
this
was.
should do.
Get out of my way!
My territory, my rules.
Erased. Deleted.
That timing was impeccable.
Reloading.
Oh! Alright. They're all there, apparently.
Here.
Thirty seconds left.
Is there a fact about lightsabers? Not sure. Let's have a look. Yes, there is. Number 8, the colours of lightsabers had a meaning. In earlier times of the Jedi, different colours were used to distinguish between ranks. Lightsabers made with blue or green crystals indicated whether a Jedi was a
10
guardian
seconds
or a
left.
consular. The more exotic colours were made with crystals that were very hard to come by and were often passed down for generations. In later years, this distinction fell out of practice with the Jedi. Well, that's cool.
Last player
There you are.
standing.
That jet just totally gave away the positions.
Blocking sight.
You're gonna need to go. Unlucky. Yeah, very cool. Oh, such a sore throat.
We got this. Here.
This goes here.
Can that go all the way across? Can. What?
Multiple enemy B.
Reloading.
Mark 2 here. Careful here.
That miss. I can't see.
Down B. Last
All right,
player
I might have to end the
standing.
stream here because my
Remaining.
my throat's really quite sore right now. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much, chat, for jumping in. Thank you, Jump Inside Games, for keeping me company. Have thoroughly enjoyed hanging out, learning about Star Wars facts. I'll leave you with one more fact. Fact number 14. Why not? Porgs actually exist for a good reason. The idea of the Porgs found on planet Arc 2 in The Last Jedi was conceived by Dr. Ryan Johnson to cover up a feathery problem. The filming location used for Luke Skywalker's island of exile, Skellig Michael, is home to vast numbers of puffins. Removing them physically would have been a momentous task, and trying to do it digitally would have racked up an incredible bill. That is the why behind Porgs. That is quite fascinating. I'm gonna fall by. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. So did I. I'm gonna end it after this round after I die. A camera up there.
Reloading.
There.
Cage triggered. Give me a call.
Spike down A.
Take hold.
Cage triggered. Where is everyone hiding?
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Spike is A.
We've got the spike, which is good.
$30 seconds left.
I don't see him anywhere.
Enemy spotted A. There you are.
Nice. Right, thank you so much for joining. Love you lots and see you next time.